places beneath London that most people would rather forget. Dark corners of the earth that hide secrets too terrible for the light of day. There are stories that have been buried for centuries, covered by the brick and stone of a bustling city that prefers not to ask questions. But sometimes those secrets refuse to stay hidden, and it falls upon people like us to find them. Today, dear friends, we are delving into one such mystery. A story that has haunted these archives and the caverns beneath the city for years. This tale will take us into the depths of an underground labyrinth where something dark and dangerous awaits. Hello, Felix here. This week in the archives has been an interesting one. It's mostly been positive, though with Halloween around the corner, we've officially entered Amber Alert. Security has been posted inside the building just in case of breaches. You never know what might decide to peek out of our world at this time of year, especially here in the archives with all the esoteric finds in the bottom floor. Anyway, about the story. In the heart of London, beneath the bustling streets and the crowded sidewalks, lies a secret unknown to most. Deep underground, where the darkness seems to swallow all light, there are hidden caves that have remained untouched for centuries, and within these caves there lurks a creature of nightmares. We call it here the Wendigo. The Wendigo is a sinister being, part human, part monster, with a taste for human flesh. It is said to lure unsuspecting victims into the depths of the caves with its hypnotic voice, promising treasures and secrets beyond imagination. But once its prey is within its grasp, the Wendigo reveals its true form, a twisted, grotesque creature with razor-sharp teeth and glowing red eyes. Nobody knows how the Wendigo came to be or why it haunts beneath the caves of London. Some say it's a cursed soul doomed to walk the underground forever, while others believe it is a demon sent to torment the living. But one thing is certain, whoever dares to venture into the caves never returns. Now you're probably wondering, caves in London? I've never heard such a thing. Well, simply go onto Google and type in London caves, and I can assure you lots of things will pop up. But I must warn you, don't go there on your own. There's an account that's always intrigued me, and it comes from a man who stumbled upon the Wendigo himself. He wasn't a member of the archives, just an ordinary person with extraordinary experience. I'll tell you his story. This man had been drawn to the hidden caves out of sheer curiosity. He'd heard the whispers of something lurking beneath the city, tales of strange lights, disembodied voices calling from the darkness. Armed with only a lantern and the courage of someone who absolutely has no idea what he's getting himself into, he ventured in to the caves. As he descended into the darkness, he could feel the weight of the earth pressing down on him, the cold air wrapping around him like a shroud, and the walls of the caves were slick with moisture. The only sound was the echo of his footsteps reverberating off the stone. The deeper he went, the more he felt the sense of something watching him. An unseen presence lurking just beyond the edge of his lantern's glow. And then suddenly, he heard it. A soft, melodic voice drifting through the darkness, calling his name. His heart raced as he followed the sound, feeling the strange pull pulling him deeper into the cave. He knew he should turn back, but that was a fool's errand. But something compelled him to continue. As he rounded a corner, he was greeted by a sight that chilled him to the core. Standing before him was the Wendigo. Its twisted form bathed in the dim light of his lantern. Its eyes gleamed with a malevolent hunger, and its lips curled back in a grotesque grin.
"You have come seeking secrets, little one,"
the Wendigo hissed, his voice like a knife scraping against stone.
"But the only secret you'll find is the taste of your flesh on my lips."
His heart pounded from his chest as he realized the danger he was in, but he refused to back down. Steeling himself, he confronted the Wendigo, his voice unwavering. "I'm not here for your secrets," his gaze steadily. "I'm here to uncover the truth, whatever it may be." The Wendigo's laughter filled the cave, echoing off the walls with a bone-chilling resonance. It took a step closer, its long claws fingered reaching out to touch him.
"You're brave, little one,"
it murmured.
but bravery will not save you from me.
But the man wasn't alone in the darkness. As the Wendigo lunged for him, a figure emerged from the shadows, a man with eyes as dark as the cave himself, his presence commanding and powerful. He brandished a silver dagger, a blade gleaming with faint light.
"I, the guardian of the cave, will let no harm come to this man,"
he declared, his voice ringing with authority. The Wendigo snarled, the gaze shifting from the man to the guardian before him. He recognized him, he knew the power he wielded, and with a hiss, he scurried back into the shadows, his body clinging to the darkness until he was nothing but a shadow himself.
"You have been warned, mortal,"
it whispered, its voice a mere whisper of the air.
"Know this. I will be waiting."
With the Wendigo gone, the guardian turned to the man, his expression grave.
"You should not have come here, child,"
he said, his voice tinged with concern.
"The Wendigo is a dangerous foe, one even I struggle to defeat."
But the man was undeterred. He looked up to the guardian, his eyes filled with determination.
"I cannot back down now," he said. "I've come too far to give up."
The guardian studied him for a moment, his eyes searching for any hint of weakness, and then, with a nod of acceptance, he offered the man his hand.
"Very well, I will help you. But be aware, the Wendigo is a force of true darkness and will stop at nothing to protect its secrets. So come with me and stay close."
So together the man and the guardian delved deeper into the caves, their footsteps echoing through the darkness like a heartbeat. Each twist and turn brought them closer to the Wendigo's lair, closer to the truth that lay hidden deep within the earth. So, I know exactly what you're going to say. Who on earth is this guardian fellow? Well, after some research, we haven't really come up with very much, but we're very sure that it's the spirit of a medieval knight that probably would have died in the caves many hundreds of years ago and ever since has been looking to fulfill a quest. As they ventured further into the unknown, they could feel the Wendigo's presence growing stronger, its malevolent energies surfacing the very air around them. But they pressed on, their resolve unwavering, their spirits unbroken. At last they reached the heart of the cave, a cavern so vast and dark that it seemed to swallow all light. And there, in the centre of the chamber, they found what they had been seeking, another hidden chamber sealed off from the rest of the world. They stepped inside and they were greeted by a sight that took their breath away, for the walls of the chamber were covered in intricate carvings, ancient symbols that pulsed with a strange, oddly light, and at the centre of it all, surrounded by a ring of fire, lay the Wendigo. It smiled at them, its eyes gleaming with a fierce intelligence.
"You have come too far, mortals,"
it said, its voice a sibilant whisper.
"but you'll go no further. The secrets of this chamber belong to me, and I will not let you uncover them."
But the man and the guardian refused to be cowed. Together they stood before the Wendigo, their hearts filled with courage and determination, and as the creature lunged for them, its claws slashing through the air, they struck back with a ferocity born of desperation. And then the battle ensued. At this point, the man describing the battle stood up and started making whooshing sounds and kicking and punching the air, so I can only assume it was quite a glorious battle. His lantern casting flickering light across the chamber, and the guardian, his movements fluid and precise, he dealt blow after blow to the Wendigo, driving back each strike with his mighty sword. And at last, with a final decisive blow, the Wendigo fell, its twisted form collapsed into the ground with a heap, and as its body dissolved into shadow and dust, the chamber began to tremble, the walls around them shaking with a fierce, unrelenting force.
"We must go now! The death of the Wendigo has unleashed a power we have no hope in controlling."
Together, the man and the guardian fled the chamber, their footsteps echoing through the darkness as they made their way back to the surface. But as they emerged from the light of day, the guardian had simply vanished. For beneath the streets of London, in the hidden caves that lie forgotten by time, there lurks a darkness more sinister than any could imagine, and only those brave enough to face it will uncover the secrets that lie buried deep beneath the earth. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the story for today. We're sending our teams down to do a bit more investigation before we categorise it and actually confirm whether it was a Wendigo or not. Wendigo should leave some residual energy behind, so we will be able to double check to see if this story is real or just made up. But nevertheless, please like, subscribe and follow, and I'll see you next time.